So hey guys, in this video I'm gonna give you a hack or a trick that's gonna make your manifestation appear more effortlessly and smoothly. So yeah, let's go in. Avatar Academy, hit the subscribe if you wanna jitter or something. Blah. Okay, so let's give this a rundown. Let's say you imagine something that's out of your habit, and then in your mind you're one with it, in your body there is a resistance, your subconscious automation, current version of you, is not cool with that. Okay, now you can say, what would be the one thing that I give to my programming, my understanding of reality? Only one thing that creates a bridge to synergize that I'm already in a version of reality where whatever I'm imagining is available and I'm experiencing it. But then my also previous version of myself is kind of like, well, okay, I can accept it in that way. Okay, so that's like you're slightly, then you're gonna meditate and just wait for that answer to appear for you. So this works because all the time you are building your understanding and processing of reality in this way. What do I mean? For example, if you said to a kid, there is a tooth fairy, and the kid believes it, it becomes a device through which they allow something to come into that existence. Now, kids are really open, so you can program them in whatever way possible. Okay, when we are adults, we have acquired a lot of programming, so we have a lot of expectations of how something should work, and we're not that open to believe in things, and we're not open to miracles because we're conditioned. So we have to regress into that childlike awe, right, in order for more magic to appear in our lives, because it's everywhere, it's already happening, but we are simply constructing a lot of how it should be, and then we're actually arresting the development of our reality to be less magical. You see what I'm saying? So I'll give you another example. So let's imagine there are these ashrams in India where you go and you do some kind of like oming with a group, and then the main like yogi in that ashram or the main teacher in that ashram, they're in this reality where things can appear out of nothing. But then the whole group would go and do some vibrational stuff to kind of like change the expectation, change the vibration, and then things appear to everyone. Okay, so hopefully I'll be able to do some kind of like workshops like this in the future. I'm not there yet, and even me saying I'm not there yet, it's kind of like just a projection or a paradigm, because there's only now moment. So right now we could go there, but I'm satisfied at the moment to just create some structure, some story, some explanation around it. Okay, um, because why? Why now? Why choose comfort? Why not choose miracles? Well, even whenever I want to change whatever is automated in my habits, even if it's not miraculous, but I'm like going to sit down and make a video or go for a walk, or just like get into a new flow, get into a new zone from whatever I was previously doing, there's going to be a slight anxiety because your programming is now, but we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and you're like, no, you're redirecting your focus. And then these programs that you're doing, they need to kind of like adjust and synchronize with your next focus, with your next flow, with your next action. So all the time it's easier to just do loops of repetition because it's something that's already installed and you feel natural and comfortable when you're doing what you have entrained your body and your automations to do. So for this reason, I'm not choosing to go into something like super transformative, but I'm just doing something kind of casual. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you want to do something super transformative, we can jam one on one and we can go 0 point emptiness and we can transform your energy. So when you literally come out of that session, you're going to be witnessing a new reality where you're going to be feeling also in the flow of effortlessness with that reality, if that makes sense. Okay. So if you want to do one on one work, you can hit me up for that. So I was saying, let's imagine that we are in a room where we're going to sit in meditation until something appears for everyone. Okay? I do this stuff. I used to do it before just because I was experimenting and I was like, I can't believe things can just appear out of nowhere. And I would go into meditation and it takes a little bit of time to, dismantle the like thoughts, nervous system, defragmentation, and then you get into the void. And then when you go out of the void, you're in a different timeline. And in this timeline, there's a new experience, new circumstance, new manifestation, whatever you invoked. And I was doing that a lot because I was like really fascinated with that even being possible at the time. So now let's build up this as a thought experiment because I want to show you something. So let's say you, me, and another 5 people, we all come into a room and we say, so let's go into meditation, but also let's lock this room, okay? Because we're going to say, we're going to meditate and somebody's going to bring bananas or bananas are going to appear in front of us. And that also leaves the space for somebody to kind of like, oh, these guys are meditating, let's leave them some bananas. And we send the intention and it's reflected, it's mirrored, and somebody comes and brings the bananas. And then we go like, Om Shanti, we come out of the meditation and bananas there. So cool, manifestation happened in a linear in a linear way because universe was using agency of this also physical reality to get something to us in the way that is kind of like possible. It chooses always the most effortless path. The universe is like water. It's like intelligent, choosing the most effortless path to deliver something to you. And there's many paths it can take. But now let's say we're conditioning that path. We say, we're going to meditate in this room, but we're going to make sure there's no bananas in the room whatsoever. And we're going to lock the room with a key. So nobody can enter during this meditation. Nobody can enter, and also nobody's going to open the door, and we're going to sit here until there's like somebody feels like, okay, this is like done, and we open our eyes and like the bananas there. And so this is what I was describing they're doing somewhere. I was also watching on YouTube, like people in India, people from all around the world, but they're just like somewhere in India, they're doing this stuff. Now you are conditioning the universe to find the way to deliver bananas to you, but it cannot go through the door. And the universe, being infinite intelligence and being sneaky, it has many ways to still deliver the bananas. Okay, so it can even just kind of put the bananas inside of the sound sculpture from its database of like ideas, just make it appear out of nothing, literally. So if you're gonna force it, then it's gonna do that. Okay. So with this example, I wanted to illustrate how the means to an end are infinite, and probably whatever is going to show up for you is going to be in line with your current reality frame or reality paradigm, reality framework, uh, and it's going to show up in a way of least resistance for you to accept the manifestation and for whatever needs to be moved for that manifestation to come to you. Okay, but now I'm also going to introduce another sort of a trick. When I said in the beginning, if you think of something extraordinary, something not in your habitual way of perceiving reality, and it's almost like you are not trained to believe that that is possible, but you can still imagine it, and kind of like your heart goes, like, yeah, sounds cool, I want it. But you're like, I don't know, that's not possible. So you could ask your automations, your beliefs, your subconscious, what are other ways, or why am I resisting this? What are other ways that I expect would be normal and natural for something to happen? Okay, so one example. So let's say you're going, and everywhere where you go, people buy you pizza, but literally all day long. Like everywhere you go, people are just, hey, we bought some pizza. Hey, we want some. Hey, we bought this. We saw you and we thought, like, I want to get you some pizza, so we bought you this pizza. And like, here's pizza, here's pizza, here's every. So, like, you might be conditioned to believe that you should pay for your pizza, that you need to order it, or that you need to buy it. This is a subconscious automation. Okay, if you were raised in a reality where there was a tradition that you never bake pizza or buy pizza or order pizza, but it's always that you gift people pizza, then you would be always giving people pizza and always people be giving pizza to you, and it would be like saying hello or whatever. And then this would be your automation. So something about your automation, it's completely arbitrary. It's relevant to you, it's natural to you, it feels normal to you, and it's what you believe, but it is completely relative to your data set, how that data set has been trained. Okay, taking a little bit of lingo from lexicon from these like chatbots and whatnot, because their intelligence is literally trained on a data set. So you feed them information and they become knowledgeable in the ways that they have been trained. But now, if you start to give them new information, different information, they will start to create a different lexicon. Just imagine if, like, I fed books that were nonsense, speaking start little apple sort of way in a closet, trusting seldomly, having pizza gifted, I dance through the sky, jumping fox, rain, shuffle, meteor. So if I gave this kind of text, what do you think the chatbot GPT would sound like? If I train it on this type of text. I think it would be really fun GPT. Mm. So arbitrary, arbitrary. Your habits are relevant to you, but they're not actually absolute beliefs, convictions, even like, behaviorals, conditioning, moral. All of this is super relative. Okay, and it works within the context of the greater civilization that you're experiencing today on this planet. Go to another planet, they'll be like, you're like an alien. Yeah, like, I come to this planet many times, like people say, bro, are you on acid? I'm like, I don't know, am I? My brain just works like that. Maybe I'm from another planet, a Santa Claus planet. Who knows? Um, so then the way that you tell child that there is a tooth fairy, and like child is like, no way, no way, no way, no way that I leave the tooth under my pillow and tomorrow morning there will be money there. And you say, there is a tooth fairy, or Jesus Christ, or some kind of like, there is a force that provides that. And then to us, how superstitious we are. We can say, okay, tooth fairy, and then money appears, and it's like it was your parents, it was another agency that delivered it, but to you, you accept it because it was a tooth fairy. But people accept miracles because it was a Jesus. My bro, like so many people on this planet, they would accept something if Jesus did it. They would. They would make it then plausible because they're conditioned to think like that. But it's you doing it. There's not, I mean, there's no tooth fairy or Jesus or whatever necessary, or to pray to some external force or whatever. It's you. It's all, everything is you. You see, the whole hologram is you. So no necessity. Now, if you would raise the children and tell them it's Santa, or it's Jesus, or it's Tooth Fairy, but if you raise them and tell them it's you, you imagine it and it appears. Then these kids would already from early age be creating the reality paradigm where they would have this kind of power to manifest something instantly because simply they were raised in a condition, in an environment where this was natural. Okay, so interesting, yes. I will. So you can take it as that, and then the tip here is to say, if I'm trained to like, you know, materialistic, what is it called, scientific materialism, and I don't accept, quantum. I don't accept Jesus. I don't expect fairies, except I don't believe in manifesting. Well, you can say, well, what would be one way where I would accept the result of that manifestation, but it will come in a way that's acceptable to me. Like my subconscious automation understands, yeah, okay, now I see how that works. I would accept that. And then there's a way for you. So try this, try this. Like, ask yourself, without changing current version of myself, can I wake up, put a tooth underneath my pillow and wake up and there's like $1 million underneath my pillow? And ask your body, energy test your body from 1 to 10 if this is plausible, 10 being totally plausible, and 2 out of 10 being like, I don't believe that. My body does not, my automation does not accept that as true. And then say, if I reframe it, $1 million come underneath my pillow by the agency of what gives me 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And then for some personality, individuality, subjectivity might be a tooth fairy gives you the money and you'll be like 10 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. I can vibe with that. Or you earn it by selling popcorn. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I can make that millions. Like, I had this amazing popcorn stand idea. It's even like automated because it's a vending machine with always fresh popcorn. It's like crazy. I need to patent it. I'm gonna sell it to this investor that I'm gonna make $1 million in. It only takes some, like, I only need some drawings. I need to go to the, like, patent it, and then I can sell it, and then it's already there. So for every specific individuality, there will be a more plausible way, and this is how the reality is creating your story. It's giving you plausibility, it's giving you continuity, and then it's also giving you the manifestation of your desire. But at the end of that story and the end of that bridge, that is your journey of transformation. Okay, so some elixir here. So now you want to say, what if the door is locked and I'm sitting in a room and Jesus, Tooth Fairy, or this, whatever this is, puts $1 million there. What is the condition, one condition, one thing that would change my whole automation, my entire mind, only one thing that I can see right now, an angle that shifts my entire program, that shifts my entire reality into accepting this. For each of you is going to be different. This is the most powerful method that I know. So let me, my doggy is here kind of like trying to get me to do something. There you go. There you go. And this is where I need to end this video, but it's so good. This last cookie is so good that just in case you're there listening to this right now and like this kind of makes sense, let me rewind and reiterate that so it really sticks with you, that you take the actual 10 seconds that you need to meditate and get the aha moment. What is the one thing that syncs me with this, that all kind of manifestation is possible, because that will be the only tool of your transformation. It is the most condensed, most simple tool. And for example, to a specific person right now that are about to close a business deal for $1 million, but they're overworking it, it's like, hey, just be grateful for this ice cream, here you go. And universe is a crazy, crazy intelligence. It just knows how to produce a perfect emotion inside of you that shifts how you feel, that shifts then how you think, that then anchors you into that reality when you close that deal. And the only thing that you needed is to get that pistachio gelato. Okay, for real, I've been using this. Had a client, they were like going into impossible mission with their business, something, it was very complicated. I was like, what is the one thing that changes that? Okay, let's do none of that stuff. Let's just do when you show up like you, when you show up like you do this, and then you just stay centered, and then you let it sort itself out. And everything worked out for them, and tomorrow they were on a high horse. Like the business, everything was like, everything sold itself, and like money was there, everything was there. And basically, like the one thing they had to do was like this, and then don't speak or do anything actually. So that's a pretty minimalistic solution, you see. Let me give you another example. Oh yeah. Had a client, they were about to go to prison for a prison sentence, and it's like a lot of mind would say like, what to do, I don't want to do, I don't need to do, I need a lawyer, new lawyer, new court case, new, I don't want to do, I don't need to do, like, I don't want to go, I don't need to do, I don't do, I do, I do, do, I do. I was like, okay, let's go to 0 point and let's see if it's even necessary for you to ever think about this reality ever again. Can it just disappear? They went into 0 point, you know 2 minutes later, they're like like, yeah. I see it. I'm like, okay, allow that energetic shift to then just shift your reality, so no prison. You see? So how this very simple thing is different in every scenario for each individuality, but the question that you need to do to invoke that is, what is the one thing that creates a perspective that bridges me into that new state of reality? And with that, you can always take the effortless road. You can always take the most simple, minimalistic road. Just anchor into the now moment, like let go of complexities, stay in the vibration of, I don't know, gratitude. Somebody reminded me of this actually yesterday, because they said it's about gratitude, and I was like, oh, gratitude, so yummy, gratitude, let me do gratitude. And I was just playing in a gratitude, and then many complexities also dissolved because they were not in a vibration of gratitude, just like that. And I was like, this reminds me of that efficiency when I was playing with the what is the one step, one perspective, one method, one thing that I would know that will shift my entire reality, the one aha moment. Okay, so reiteration, think about the impossible. Understanding already that I said that what makes it impossible is your previous data set, your previous training. And then if there would be like a virus that goes into your data, and with this new idea, it's like a virus that is just shifts the whole data. You remain in your worldview, you remain in your automations, but you get this new angle, like everything is fun, this Satori moment, this enlightenment moment, and it's like, okay, this can be easy, and I know it now because I felt it from within. Okay, it's not just a talking head from YouTube that's telling you this, but you invoke it and you feel the knowing, right? You discover the perspective for yourself. This is what I'm riddling you to do. This is what I'm riddling you. And so like, I want you to do this. I want you to do this because you are me in a different movie, like slightly different movie, same server. But I want you to succeed, and I want you to have that cosmic law of how simple it can be, because I have a selfish reason, or a few selfish reasons, why I'm like over explaining this, and already like 25 minutes already I'm over explaining. But I want to get that. I want to get that aha moment. I want to get that spectacular, miraculous manifestation, and I want to get like a yo. I want to get like somebody text me like, yo, dude, like what the freak, like yo, dude, yo, because it pays me. It pays me. Your like the reaction when people are diving into 0 point and they like starting to laugh and see the reality from this completely different perspective or something like this, or somebody's just like somebody has everything just click for them in that one instant before we return into so many complexities and ideas that we're always browsing, and things work, and I get that like, yo, dude, and I love that. That pays me, yeah. That reaction is the most valuable thing, actually. I like to get also like paid. I like to get like, if you nail like $1 million business deal right now, and like sign me in for equity, like get me paid for life or something. Like I appreciate it. Like send a donation, send me $100,000. Like compliment me. I love to play video games and buy stuff in a shopping mall, whatever. I can use that. Like it's also like very huge blessing to get into this like, monies, get paid. I like that too. But the real satisfaction is just like when somebody gets that thrill. Okay, so that's why I do it. Let's see how it works. Bye.